I would like to change the topic. I just would like to ask two questions.
Sure.
One question is, Una Lion 5 pounds. This is, officially it was like 400 meters. But I heard that later, 1839, it was like, how to say, maybe like Royal Mint asked for some collector to buy after 1839.
Yeah, so the Royal Mint in the 19th century is actually very like it is today. Because you can go to the Royal Mint and you can petition them to make your own coin, as we've seen with the 15 kilo Great Beast one that was done last year, I think. And also the whole Vista of London and Europe series that Ian Goldblatt has done. I mean, that's a private commission. In the early 19th century, most of the collectors knew the Royal Mint officials. So you get very odd strikings like the 1817 Three Graces in Gold. That was entirely conceived by collectors for collectors. So they basically told William Wine at the Mint, can you knock one of those off for me in gold? So long as I pay you for it, can you do that? Yes. Okay. Same thing happened in 1826.
So the mint, mintage could be more than 40.
They've always said about 400, but to your point, the Una and the Lion was struck anywhere between 1841 and 1887. Yeah. I have seen contemporary accounts that show that William Wine has finished preparing designs for the Una and the Lion in 1841, 1846, 1850, and then of course after he died, the Royal Mint continued producing them.
Okay.
And that's why you've got 9 or 10 varieties with Dirigit, Dirigi, the different portraits, 3 or 2 curls, all kinds of things, and then the one struck in silver or tin or copper. So yeah, effectively, in a sense, it was a Wild West. There was no real concept towards a limited edition number, just whoever asked for one.
Roughly 400.
Yeah, and originally it had been that they would all be in sets, but then quite clearly, people just asked for one coin. And that's why it never quite matches up.
So how many sets it was produced originally?
I would have probably thought between 200 and 300.
Okay.
I would have thought, but it's difficult because they would have been continually struck. And although the Una is always struck on the same die axis, the shillings and half crowns that are in them are struck on 6/6 and 12/12. They're all over the place, and clearly that says that there were some struck in the 1840s, some in the 1860s when they just changed the die axis.
They haven't struck on 1839.
No, I mean if you look at the copper series. They're almost all struck after 1843, because you have the bizarre overdates on the pennies and half pennies of 1839 over 43. So you know that they were struck after then. That could be in 1860, it could be in 1880.
Okay, so that means same with George IV. That means £5 is 150 or something like that.
So the George IV 1826. That had never been intended as a collector's issue. The first issue that was struck, it was given to the director of the Mint, who had his set stolen. And it's in the newspaper in December 1826, or December 1825. And that's why you get those very rare 1825 patterns. But in 1826, the collectors were like, well, hang on a minute, if the director of the Mint has this lovely new series, why can't we have them? And they went, oh, that's a good idea. And so they struck about 200 of them.